and hear me. This is my first time going live in a very, very long time. So just bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me absolutely clearly over the music. If you cannot, please let me know. As I say, this is just a test stream for today, just to make sure everything does work. To put it simply. So if you can let me know if you can hear me, if the music's too loud, if the music needs to be turned down, if the microphone needs to be picked up instead, that would be fantastic. But what I am doing today, just in the small period of time that I've got, is we'll be opening some... Thank you very much, Crypto Seer. What I will be doing today is I'll be opening some packs from Weiss, Schwarz, Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the animes that I do enjoy watching. I am a big anime fan, so I thought I'd pick these up whilst I was waiting for my other cards to... Microphone a little bit louder, thank you. I shall certainly do that. Don't know if that is any better. We'll just turn the music down just a little bit as well, just to cover it off. But thank you very much for letting me know. There we go. Yes, so as I say, big anime fan, and I was just waiting for my Crossroads Ancient Sagas cards to arrive, the wonderful cards that have been created from Danheim. Perfect, glad to hear. Yeah, so the good news is, it's just under my desk, and I have gladly removed all the labels off. The box has arrived today with my Crossroads stuff in, but we won't be opening that just because I want to arrange time for people to be able to join and to see the cards in person as we do a proper box opening. So, like I say, we'll get on with opening a few cards, but just as a bit of an introduction, my name is Nathan, also go by Elemental Beard. If you've come from Folk Realms, you may have seen the picture of me. That's the reason why. The elemental part is because of the anime Avatar, because I do enjoy the elements in all their rights. Other animes that I do watch is Record of Ragnarok, one that is streamed on Netflix. I've got all the mangas so far as well. One that I've been told that I should watch is Vinland Saga, which I believe is another Norse Viking type one. So I should be looking into watching that soon. And Delicious in Dungeon is the other one that I've been watching. A bit weird. It's a bit more of a roleplay D&D kind of one. Something else that I'm interested in. And yeah, it's just about cooking the monsters in there just to survive, basically. But anywho, that is a brief introduction to myself, and we'll bring in my cards, as we have quite a few to get through. There is an extra one over there. And this was a promo card that was in the pack as well. Now, I do normally look at the value of cards sometimes just to see if they are worth anything. The Weiss UK versions are not that valuable, especially for Avatar, but it is what it is. And the one that we got was a little chibi stuff. That way, I need to remember which way the camera goes. There we go. It's been a while since I've done this type of stuff. So that is the little promo card that we were given. That can go to one side, but what we'll do is we'll just open a few packs. And feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Anything that you think that could be done better with the stream. I know I left it running for a good 20 minutes prior to joining, just wanted to make sure the stream would hold up before doing anything in particular. And making sure that the connection was held sturdy, and luckily enough it did, so we're all good on that front. But other than that, we'll get into opening some packs of cards. And we'll just quickly undo these, but as I say, if there's any questions, please feel free to ask. I am an open book, more than happy to discuss things without giving away too much personal information, as that would be a silly thing to do online. I did used to stream a while back. I'm really glad to hear that the quality is good. The last setup I had was a lot better than what I'm currently running with, but I have upgraded the computer I'm using quite heavily just to maintain it all. But I'm down to one monitor, so I'm trying to control everything with just the one monitor view. So it's a little bit different. Let's try and get these open to make life easier to get into the cards. Should have probably prepared these, but why would I prepare that when you can see me cutting them open in person, just so I don't risk damaging the cards as I take them out of the packets. Those can come back in shot as well. But I did upgrade the camera. The other camera I had was a 1080p camera, but would only really do 720. And this camera that I've got is a 4K camera. Can do 1080, but I think it also struggles with 1080. So we've just left it at doing whatever it does, and we'll see how it comes out. The streaming I used to do was on Twitch, good old Twitch. So not used to streaming on YouTube. So this is a brand new setup and layout for me, but hopefully, as you say, if it looks good and everything seems good, I'm happy to hear that. Have you watched Avatar or any animes in particular? If you're into animes, that'd be a good question. I must say the music that I'm playing is coming from Danheim. Explicitly do not own the rights to his music. I know he does have a thing in place where you can use it as long as you give him all the credit, so I will always give him all the credit for the music that I do use in the streams, just because it's nice and peaceful, sort of background chill noises that we don't have to worry about, and get DMCA strike from them, from YouTube, just the video goes up to YouTube later. Would help if I can get my words out. I've spent an entire day working, programming robots, and I'm a little bit tired, but you know, life goes on. I've been working since about 7:30. Done a little bit of garden work during my lunch break, digging up a load of soil in a raised section in the back that was just full of weeds and stuff. That was good to know, man. So we'll have to cut that one again because it wasn't quite cut. Still missing the card, which is good. But as I say, feel free to ask questions. Yes, it is. I mean, I shouldn't have introduced it to my partner's little lad. He is 8 and he likes weird things. I thought it'd be a joke, and he actually enjoys it quite a lot, so much so I believe he's only got one episode left to watch. But fair play to him, he did watch Record of Ragnarok. I know, again, definitely shouldn't have let him watch that one as it's an 18, but he enjoyed it, and it was just because I could teach him a little bit about the gods, because it's all about fighting, and there's different gods in there, not just Norse Pantheon, as the title would suggest, Record of Ragnarok, but there's different gods from different pantheons, so the Greek pantheon and so on and so forth. So it was a good little education lesson to him about all the different gods. But we've told him we'll get him on Avatar, just because Avatar's a really good one. He probably won't want to watch that one because it's probably a bit too normal for TV shows, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get into the first pack. I don't know if there's a specific way of moving all the cards, but we'll certainly take a little look, and hopefully the camera will pick everything up. So we've got a Hello Zuko here, Aang and Katara kissing, Boomy, Aang wavering confidence, Appa ready to fight, Toff with the mole badgers. Toff being a prankster, I know exactly what she's talking about there. It's where they're flying over the desert, and she says, "Oh look, there's Appa," and she's lying because she can't see. Oh, there you go. If we hit the light just right, you can see that that one is a foil card. So Toff stopping the library from sinking, where she sort of learnt a bit of bending, and we got the space sword. Ooh. So far, they're all pretty cool cards. I was told that I'd probably like the artwork for them. So if we do this, that should be the good card. I'll swap them over now. Be handy if I had a bin next to me as well. So we got my Ember Island players. Momo being lonely because Appa is gone. The fire bending misfire for Aang. Got another shiny card which is Sokka. That's cool. Healing lessons. We've got a Suki. The invention of metal bending by Toph. It's a cool card. And another foil, which is Katara the Quick Thinker. They look pretty good. They don't look too bad for the type of cards that they are. Finish nicely, but the pictures look a little bit matte and a bit faint, to be honest. Not quite sure what that is, but we'll certainly keep an eye out. As I say, please feel free to ask any questions, chat about anything, ask questions about Crossroads, as that's what the stream really will be about when I plan that one. So we've got a copy of Boomy, Toph the Melon Lord, Momo, and Gyatso the Mentor, and consulting his past lives, Toph being sleep deprived, another rare card in a foil of Katara. Go over there. And we've got the siblings Agni Kai. That way, so you can sort of see a little bit more. I used to play Magic the Gathering. It's been a long time since I have played it. I do have somewhere hidden nearby a set of Magic the Gathering cards, because the reason why I've got them is because of these ones that I personally have for my collection in this lovely little binder. All Lord of the Rings themed. Try and get as much as we can in. But we've got quite a few Lord of the Rings cards. I've sorted them out by each of the types, and each of the colour types, and then in the number order of those in particular. I do know that there is an Avatar Magic the Gathering set coming out later this year. I believe it's towards the back end of the year though, so gonna have to wait for those, which is pretty cool. Just adding two things in together. Don't get to play with anyone because where I'm based there is not that many people who do enjoy Magic the Gathering, so don't get much of a chance to play anymore. I could play online, but I find online is just a bit repetitive. I like having that closeness with actual players, to be honest. What about yourself? is there any sets of Magic that you tend to play, or Jet, Ember Island, Momo, Zinfu and Master Yu, Avatar State Ang, No War in Ba Sing Se, a foil rare Katara being vengeful, Energy Bending, and Toph being sorry. Should probably look up some of these cards to see if they are worth anything, but yeah, I was going to say it's probably been about the same, about 10 or years for myself as well. Used to go around to someone who I played with all the time. In fact, gave me a few of the decks that I did used to use. I mainly played a werewolf deck, just because I thought it was cool, but was annoyed just with the having to cover up the cards and hiding the cards, and just because you could see what the card was on the back, so you had to put them in sleeves, which is absolutely fine, don't mind that, but you know, just a bit of an annoyance because you could always see what the card was. Leaves from the Vine from Iroh, Island Players, Appa Being Lost, pretty nice looking card. Aang Building a Zoo, so these from the stories of Ba Sing Se, I believe. Ooh. Now, the one thing I do know, this is a triple R card. Don't know if it's going to show up. There it is. There we go. Come on down about here. Now that is a nice card. That's what we're talking about. That's going there. Katara and Aang. Again, shiny. We'll certainly look to see how much some of these cards are worth as well, if I've got time during the stream. But yeah, when I used to play Magic, I was more of a red-black player. I mean, if these cards are worth anything, thinking about it, I might submit them to be graded, but not by PSA. There's a company in the UK called Ace. I will look to try and get them graded by Ace to see what they come up with. And we'll certainly take a bit of a look, and if I do, we'll see what comes back from those in particular. I'm protecting Ba Sing Se, Aang and Zuko doing the Dancing Dragon. It's pretty cool. We've got some pretty nice cards. We'll to say. We'll open this one if we can. Yep, there we go. It's strange just to think how much a piece of cardboard is worth these days. That's why I'm sort of keen and interested on trying to get people to look into Crossroads Ancient Sagas, just because, you know, eventually get enough people playing it. I know there's potential expansions for different factions to come about, which would be really good, not just the Norse and the Viking set that currently exists. I know that there's 50 cards exactly that you can currently collect, all of which can be a foil except for the gold card, which is absolutely fine. I'm hoping to try and complete the full set in both variations if possible. But again, we'll just have to see what comes of it. Got Aang blending in when he's in the Fire Nation, so that looks pretty cool. And the Frozen in Action card. Oh, we've got something really good in there as well, so we'll get to that in a second. Get back fact, we'll try and move that one to the back now. There we go, so I can't see what it is. So we've got some Fire Nation disguises. Zuko and Iroh for the Forgiveness. It's pretty cool. I mean, when you look at these two cards side by side in comparison, definitely onto a winner with that card. And ooh, this is a textured card. This is a super rare of Katara and Aang. Pretty nice, pretty nice. What have we got here? So, Ko the Face Stealer, Jody, Ember Island Players, Appa Being Lost, Katara, Tai and Lao, so Yin and Yang, and we got Toph Metal Bending as well. So getting some pretty swanky nice cards here. Put those ones back over there out of the way. There we go. Go for a couple more on this side. So Katara, starting to see a lot of the duplicates now. Oh well, that's a foil. That's a rare card. Aang the Last Airbender, Zuko, Flying Bison, and Azula, Talented Sister. Oh, camera's just having a moment trying to focus. Hopefully it will resolve itself. Keep zooming in and out. I think what we'll do for the Crossroads stream, thinking about it, is I might zoom the camera in a little bit more just so it's not as so far away, because otherwise I'd be having to hold the cards up about there, if the camera wants to zoom, it's seeing those, that's why. It's seeing all the other cards, that's why. Lord Ozai, voiced by Mark Hamill from Star Wars fame, and Sokka with the Cactus Juice, which again, nice little foil reflecting card. Let's get these ones piled up. Over there, so not as much in the shot. But I appreciate the fact that you've come over to join, just so you can at least let me know how the stream looks. Hamer the Bloodbender, Ember Island Players again, Uncle Iroh getting buff. Toph and Aang, the earthbending lesson, and also Colours of Fire, the two dragons, when Aang and Zuko go to learn firebending from the dragons. We've got 4 more packs left to go through, and then we'll have a little sneaky look to see if any of these are worth anything. I'll do it from my camera's perspective. I'll have to get the keyboard out. I don't do face cam. Just don't like my face being on camera, to be honest. So, Ember Island Players, Hamer, Oh, we've got a couple of good cards in here then. We've got a rare, Toff the Blind Bandit. Pretty cool. Zuko Redirecting Lightning. And Iroh the Dragon of the West. Get all those over there. My partner will probably like some of these cards. She's, let's say, she loves Avatar, so I've got plenty of duplicates that she can have at this point. Bring it down here. There we go. It's a bit better. Jet. Zuko. Ang. Zuko the Tea Server. Not too bad. Skillful Display. I won't go through every single card for checking because that's an awful lot of cards to go through. But we'll go through all the foil cards because they're the ones that tend to be the best. So let's have a look. We got High Society Toff as well. Pretty cool. And another Space Sword. Out of all the characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender, I would say that Iroh is my favourite, just because he's a wise man and you'd be well to listen to him, really. So we've got Zuko, Aang. Got another good card there. Just thought that was Wavering Confidence, Playing with Water, a rare Azula Verge of Insanity, the White Lotus, the Lion Turtle, and Moody May. Pretty cool. Got some pretty cool cards there. Pretty decent pull, I think. You know, we got a good couple of. We got a super rare and a triple R, which I think is the rarest card you can get within the game and within these cards. So what I best do is get my keyboard out from the drawer. There we go. Put that back. And right, let us click on the mouse and start using it. TCG Player. So I use TCG Player as a reference for all my cards. Thinking about it, if you chat, I won't be able to see, so we'll have to do this. But that's fine. We can minimise the windows down. Okay, so we're looking at more products. Weiss Schwarz. Set. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Lovely. Best match from high to low. Not that it matters because I'm going to start typing in half of these anyway. Katara and Aang. Reciprocating feelings. That's not the same one. And this is the problem with searching for cards. Card type, card rarity? Rarity, there we go. Triple R, there's only 10 triple R cards, there we go, this makes life easier. Oh, that one's an SR, we've got the triple R card which is down here. So, the invention of metal bending, that is worth a market price about $2.56. So in the grand scheme of things, not that much. SR card. We've got one SR. Hopefully this is probably one of the better ones. Yes, crypto. There are a couple. I've used a few of them. Some of them are really, really nitpicky though, with the fact that you need to have a white background or something directly behind it just to get it to trigger. So this is an SR, and it is, unless I've missed it. This one is not showing up on the list of cards. I will certainly have to take a look at that, because I don't think that's one I've tried. There it is. This is worth $1.79, so that is about $4 total for those cards. We will just quickly double check. We'll move any additional cards that are slightly different rarities out, because I think these are, there we go, put these back in view. I just can't see the screen because I've covered it up. Right there, all the rares. So these are all the RR cards as well. There we go. So we'll do that next. And there's only 10 RR cards, so that's a good sign. So we have Soccer, that is only worth, on the market, 14 cents, so not worth a great deal. And the Last Airbender is worth about $1.36. Might be more when graded. That's cool. Toff the Blind Bandit is worth about 3. So that's also good. Well, that's about almost 4 actually. And the Azula card is also worth about 2 or 3, so not too bad there. We're slowly going up in price. We're about, what, almost 3 or 4 per card almost there at most, so not too bad. But now we've just got all the rare cards to go through, which I think, oh well, it says there's only 22 rare cards as well. This should be nice and short and sweet for us then. But looking at these already, they're all very, very cheap cards. Not even worth looking at unless I do happen to have one that I missed. 16, nope, not worth it. Tough High Society, 17 cents, not worth it. 28 cents, nope. 20, nope. Okay, definitely looking more like these ones. The rare cards are definitely not worth it. 16 cents. Cactus Juice is 16. Pretty sure that's on the same screen. 17. Card type, character, printing, normal, condition. Yeah, I can't change anything else. I was just trying to see if there's a filter for them being foil or not, if that changes it too much, but it does not. 24 cents. Don't even think this one was up the top. Nope, somewhere down the bottom. 14. 14, 8. No, lovely. Getting even worse here. Where are you on the list? You're there. 18 cents. 22 cents. 21. Down the bottom. Yep, you're an 8. No, not you. You're not an 8 cents. Whereabouts are you on the list? Oh, well, the next one's 25 cents. You can see that one already. Which means this rare card that I'm holding in my hand mustn't be. Oh, there you go. 18 cents. Yeah, not worth a great deal. And the top card, the last one that we want to look at, is 24 cents. So those are not worth a great deal, and when I last looked at the promo card as well, it wasn't worth a lot. Don't think you can actually... Don't think you can see the promo cards. What do you say on it? Oh, you say PR. You might be able to... Oh, yeah, you can see the promo cards. There it is. Just untick the other one. So if they are foil, then they are worth at least 7. This is not a foil, this is just normal. So 60 cents. So again, not worth anything in the grand scheme of things. But yes. Okay, well, that's not too bad. It's pretty reasonable. I think we've done a good job there. Love how the stream wasn't actually update on my screen, so I didn't realise it was really fine. There we go, that's a bit better. I know it might not be interesting me looking at my screen and you not being able to see it, but sorry, I was just trying to look at the cards. But yeah, I think that's everything. I'd like to thank yourself, Crypto, for being in the chat the entire time. It's been, at least I can appreciate the fact that someone joined me. I do appreciate that. But as I say, I will look to be figuring out when I will try and stream the Crossroads bits and pieces. But yes, thank you very much. I will put a poll, well, I might even put a poll up in Folk Realms to see when people would like the stream to go live. If people have got a preferred time, I'm going to try and do it on a weekend when I don't have my partner's child here, so he's not running around disturbing. My partner works a Saturday as well, so the place will be quiet and the internet will be freed up for me to be able to stream and do the review a bit differently. There'll be more products to review, not just these cards, as I say. It just was ideal timing for these to arrive so that I can get everything sorted. One of the things that I am looking forward to, though, with the stream is A, filling them out and getting them into where they need to be, but I shall also be putting them within my little portable carry case that I have purchased for building a deck. Not that I know anyone who's willing to potentially play the game with me, because I don't know that many people in the UK that's interested in buying it or going to obtain it. But inside we have some purple card sleeves, just because I prefer the purple to stand out. But then what I've also done, if you're aware with the game, you get counters to play if you're blue or red. I do have a separate box for some of the other decks that I have purchased. I've purchased 2 different starter decks plus the full game plus some booster packs. But I have included some counters to go with the purple theme, so I have some purple counters to use instead. I know it's just a little bit of a take for myself to have, but also for deciding who goes first. I have some replica Norse coin. I've got a few more hidden around as spares, but that was my preferred one. So we've got a few bits and pieces that will be storing an actual deck that I'm looking to build myself. Might, depending on the time and what we do with the card review, I might also go through and do a review and a deck build to see what people think. If you haven't already, if you look at Folk Realms, I have put my card reviews up. got the legendary cards left to do. I have finished that all off yesterday. It's ready to be posted in the next couple of days. I did the ability cards today. So check those out on my page on Folk Realms. If you just check under Nathan Green, you'll find them. Or if you have Instagram and have access to Instagram, check out elemental_beard on Instagram as well. I have also posted them on there. That is my account for just for the sole purpose of this, for reviewing the cards and stuff. There's nothing personal on there. There's also a little funny meme thing that I've got from a gentleman from Northern Black called Isar Peter Oakmond, who does "You Are Not a Fucking Viking," 100 reasons as to why you're not. And yeah, it's just a little bit of a joke as to reasons as to why people are not. I did start posting these on Instagram and on TikTok. TikTok seems to do better with these than Instagram, to be fair, but it is what it is. I'm not looking to gain followers or monetize into any of this. This is all done off my own back. I pay for it for myself. I'm not too bothered. But yeah, it's just a little jokey thing that I also do on the side of that. But yes, thank you very much for joining me. Crypto, it's been good to get some feedback, to know that things work and that I needed to turn the music down on this stream, at least, just for hearing the microphone and turning it up, so that's balanced out. So I'll make sure all of that is saved. But yeah, if you have any questions about Crossroads, I'm not sure how much you're aware of it, or if you've got your own set already, like I say, it'd be good to talk to more people. Don't know if you're in the Discord as well. There's a Discord chat for it. It's very quiet at the moment. I do keep posting in there every so often with updates about the streams and stuff. Again, really trying to get the community to back it a bit more on behalf of Danheim. Just like I say, it'd be good to get this game up and running. It went a little bit quiet. I do know that there was a demo for a online version of it as well, for Crossroads, which again would help potentially with streaming the game if that came back to life for testing. You never know. We'll see what happens in the future. But yes, I would again just like to say thank you very much for joining me, and keep an eye out on Folk Realms for when I'm planning on posting and doing the next stream. Let's say, might do it as a poll for a weekend when people are free, for a specific time. I will always base it off UK time, just because that's where I am. I know everyone's around the world, so it's a little bit harder. Hence why I'm looking to do it over a weekend, because then it gives everyone a little bit more free play as to when it can be done. But yes, thank you very much for your time and joining me. It's been great, and I will see you soon.